think this is going to be 100 Thieves once they get into the gun rounds, not really thinking too hard about the operators right now. They are going to be playing more of, you know, full rifles, using a lot of utility. They got a lot of extra utility. NRG straight away on towards B. Camera from Steel should spot this one out. You already see the smokes coming in, and nearby is the rest of 100 Thieves with the aftershock as well.
That actually does force the spike to have to fade away, taken down very low with Shanks, down to red HP. And so the initial attempt for NRG's quick play through B has been denied. Not penalized as of yet, but Steel is considering that as he was maybe thinking about trying to get behind this play. Ethan, new guy on the block here, seeing what he could do, and it looks like 100 Thieves will allow this plant to happen at C and try to play for a retake. It's going to have to come through the defensive spawn or through garage, depending on what they're able to find with the Aldrum, which they do get a tag out of one. Ethan for his first official kill here in the VCT, but it is an even 4v4. And now it comes down to Steel. His timing, could it be good? No, not the case. Sam and EU able to find one. And, well, that might be enough. 3v2 situation. Still trying to work their way through the dirt cover. Will be denied. Ethan, last player left alive, and NRG lock things down, denying the retake, and they win the pistol.
Victor's one Phantom looking pretty good for NRG. 100 Thieves not going to force anything here. Obviously, we're out of the Stinger meta. We're going to walk down C as well.
Yeah, aggression from both sides. C-Long and A-Long have gotten a lot of pressure from 100 Thieves. The initial engagement through C-Long, well, it was an even exchange. Android having to respond to Hiko, who was pushing up over towards the A lobby, will also fall. So an opportunity here for NRG to be up in a 4v3, but you also have to keep in mind that 2 players for 100 Thieves are down to 1 bullet.
Really good from Daps as well, just to keep people interested from 100 Thieves over towards A. In fact, they're so interested. Nitro's going to be rotating over. He was thinking about it, but after 100 Thieves have maybe confirmed that lobby is clear, hearing some footsteps now as well, Nitro's got to say, you got to come over. Daps would potentially come up for a large number of picks. He's got 150 HP. I don't think he should lose this one. He won't. Double kill here. Nitro on 1 HP. He'll get cleaned up, and the NRG should be able to walk away with 4 alive.
Got to admire the creativity from 100 Thieves, though. Double outer pushes coming through both C and A long. Initial success, at least, kind of tempered from 100 Thieves through their push through C. It never really got off the ground, as you see, though, over by A, all 3 members falling pretty quickly. So Nitro on 7 health. He has collected a Spectre. Opportunity for him to try to escape and bring this into round number 3, and that would, I think, be the expectation.
He's trying to save the Spectre. No, going for an exit here.
Yeah, NRG with, remember, EU able to bring in the Phantom into the mix for round number 2, and Android staying on a Sheriff. A lot of players able to upgrade into those rifles. Nitro, I think he actually missed cues on the aftershock. It does get an elimination, but the spike is planted. So NRG's post-plant will start to get set up, largely through the B window, but there is one player lurking inside the site by the gong. That will be Shanks. EU here with him, and well, Steel finds the timing, but EU clears a different side. Steel trying to toggle for the spike defusal, but Sam on the site, he's done well to find a couple. Last player is Android. Still has a Hot Hands available, has to win the gunfight, finds the first. Hot Hands comes through. Will there be enough damage here for him to find the kill? There will be, but Nitro finds the kill, and there's plenty of time for him to allow this Hot Hands to dissipate and get the defuse.
You got a lot of 100 Thieves leaning heavily onto C. A couple members close by in the garage window as well. And as the sparks start to fly here with the smokes coming out, they know it's for sure going to be over towards A. All the rotations coming on through. Steel just has to stay alive.
He does get a bit of information off the trap wire. Shock darts are going to be there, still trying to deny the plant, but is not going to be able to do much besides just spam shots at the dark cover, in which he actually gets tagged up pretty heavily. So on the way over is Nitro, sitting just outside the B link. There's the Rolling Thunder coming through. Paint shells, blast pack. Here comes the retake very quick, and goodness, the space cleared from Asuna's. Nasty finds himself 1 elimination. Does he expect the second? Maybe, but EU still finds the kill, but nobody is playing for the defense of the actual planet itself, and 100 Thieves just stick it. Find the easy defuse.
And A is really empty, but NRG don't know it. They have no intel. They have no idea that it's going to be a free site. You can see the coverage over towards C is heavy. I mean, there's 3 members there. You have camera defensively from Steel, trap wire over on B as well, Nitro nearby, and a very defensive safe trap. I mean, look at the other trap over onto A link. That's a very unusual trap coming through from Steel. At this point in time, I think both Seal and Nitro are sensing a little bit of danger over towards A. They heard the gunshots, and the rest of the rotation just come on through now.
Look, they're the only two players that are here, and they're the only two players that will be here for some time. And even beyond that, Steel doesn't just get taken down. There was also a significant amount of damage that got into Nitro's body. So he's tagged down low. Boombot will be the first one forward. That will be denied. Information that there are players over towards Hell. The Hot Hands will stall this retake attempt pretty quickly. Oh, now the aftershock comes through, but as soon as he does get flashed and hit by a recon bolt, but the take is still pretty solid as Asuna will find two. Now EU trying to hold things up with Shanks, and so far successful. Time becoming a problem. 2v2. Nitro with his second elimination. Dabs responds to the first. Not going to get the second, but time is a problem, and Nitro's going to try to stick this. It'll be close.
No, I'm pretty sure he's got it. He's barely got this one. It will be 100 Thieves for sure.
You just think about what the difference of the scoreboard could have been with, talk about 100 Thieves sticking the first defuse, winning a last-second take here, and also denying, like you mentioned, over towards Biasana. Oh my goodness, how has he avoided being seen by anybody from NRG? Gonna go straight to a showstopper. Not gonna get the kill on the Android, but a lot of damage will be there. The trade eventually comes into play, but it is NRG who comes overall on top. 3v2 situation to the spike. Should be able to make its way onto C, but hold the phone. They're gonna call for a quick rotate as look who's lurking over by A.
I thought someone was maybe going to stay here just to lurk a little bit further, get a free kill into Nitro. He's checking sight now, knows no one's there. At this point, the rest of 100 Thieves, and when I say the rest, I just mean Hiko. He is the rest of 100 Thieves right now. He's going to have to slowly make his way over towards A. They can't really do anything until both Nitro and Hiko are at least working together. They won't be together in terms of working next to each other, but they'll be able to still contest the site at the same time once Nitro can get his way over through long A. Currently, Hiko is potentially going to reveal his positioning. He's already throwing some utility out, has full utility in terms of Hunter's Fury. Second shot that's going to come on through. Big kill from Nitro, and this is what can give 100 Thieves a leg up.
There are no Cypher trap wires placed on that back flank, so you have to commit someone to watching it if you're NRG, and that is a brilliant punish. But the time could be the biggest opponent here for this retake. Hunter's Fury has been earned. Daps is sneaking his way up the heaven stairs. But will he get timing on this? Out the window goes Hiko. Does he ever expect that a player is now up top in heaven? Apparently not, as Daps finds the kill. Hiko in a really tough position, and he will be scouted out by a recon bolt. Not enough time, like you mentioned, for the defusal. Just hoping for a couple of kills. Not able to find anything there, and NRG able to tie things up 3-3, even though Daps falls after the detonation coming in. I mean, it's only, I think, 2 ghosts I saw there for a moment. This is already a different full eco from 100 Thieves not getting aggressive. Instead, they're going to full stack over towards middle. They're able to get a nice flashpoint breakthrough for one. Still finds the second. EU desperately trying to hold on. And he's actually going to get fault line for a moment, but he's still able to find their eliminations. But the rifles have been collected, and 100 Thieves, they're all of a sudden in a position where, well, it was a 2v1. EU just, again, scratching and clawing his way, trying to survive, has made things down to a 1v1 situation, but only 34 HP to play with.
And Hiko's got everything here as well. Aside from the 2 shocks, he's got full utility. We'll find guns on the floor as well. Probably looking for something better than a Spectre. There will be something better than a Spectre on the ground once he realizes the entire mid area is clear. At this point, he's got to know it'll be A plant or C plant. He's just waiting for the retake. Now, both players have Hunter's Fury available. I'm just going to say this as well, but EU being on 34 means Hiko only needs 1 shot coming through from the Hunter's Fury to be effective. So this is going to come down to where the knowledge is. How big are the brains on both the Sova players? Early recon's going to come through onto site itself, and you can see how far away EU is going to be playing. The issue here is if EU goes for a Hunter's Fury first and Hiko counters with his own Hunter's Fury and connects, that's the round over.
Toggle the spike. EU not going to play for the Hunter's Fury, but does get shrugged off the angle. Hiko wants to challenge, but now has to reconsider. As he will come over, EU will connect on one and the second.
Steel's pretty far up here as well. He's got a cage nearby, so he'll be able to get himself out. Won't cage too early. He doesn't know there's like 3 people there, but they're all flashed out. Android still gets the kill. Rolling Thunder now to stop the rest of NRG from pushing up, and that will slow things down considerably. Ethan on the back lines, by the way. Ethan used from the shadows. He could get a flank going, and the rest of 100 Thieves need to arrive very soon because the plant's going to come in.
The flash play from NRG, successful. Paranoia and the curveball used. Hiko not going to connect off of his first 200's Fury shots. The third one also missing a bit wide. Ethan on the flank has dealt with 1 player, but this is, of course, Android responding as required to make sure that he does not make any further attempts. So 100 Thieves retake will have to largely wait until they find success from the front. paranoia comes out. Oh, and oh my goodness, Android gets baited by from the shadows. What in the world happened right there? 1-for-1 exchange. Time now again becoming a bit of a problem for 100 Thieves, but they're on the full surround. Sam right on top of the spike site. We'll see one player. Shank's able to assist onto Ethan. Last hope comes down to Hiko. He will find the first, but time becoming an issue. And now as he gives up the full defuse. Wait, no, not going to be there. I was going to say goodness gracious.
Oh my god. They go there pretty much every single time, and they've gone C a couple times, but kind of just a fake. It wasn't ready to commit. Here we go. Should be, I was going to say a freebie for Shanks, but Asuna gets the double dink, responded by Android onto Steel, but that's at least going to be a free gun for Asuna to be able to rotate on towards A. So possible hero rifle that they can really use in the retake. Not a lot of HP though. Nitro in the long range with the Bucky not going to be good enough. And here comes a potential kill from Som. Or just miss a couple more shots, but the plant will come on through regardless. And 100 Thieves don't have the HP.
Paint shells will deal a bit of chip damage, might make life a touch easier. Daps is also going to commit to getting the drill. Now watch out for the boom block. Oh, it's going to come off the corner and Daps will fall. Opportunity still alive for 100 Thieves retake. How do they continue to be allowed to do this? Sam in the corner. He finds one. Not the second, but the trade is there. Same opening that we saw from the initial round for NRG. Straightforward. Actually, Shakes misses his first updraft, trying to get on top of this B site, but he still will get here. Trying to clear out over through C-Link. Aftershock again coming into play. Decent damage from 100 Thieves overall. And again, it denies the ability for NRG to plant. So that's 2 straight rounds that we've seen them try to go to B quickly. And they do force out a little bit of utility, but the damage is just so much more beneficial for 100 Thieves overall, including now even the first blood.
And straight back to A we go. NRG's preferred site so far. I mean, they'll default on other parts of the map. Ethan, he hasn't had kills because no one goes C. Here we go. Asuna probably looking for 2. Somehow misses, so that one's an official Rosa ult for sure. Very low HP for a few members of NRG. Shanks will get a kill, and we're even up 4-4.
A lot of damage still was confirmed on the backhand of that showstopper. 4v3 for 100 Thieves, but NRG do successfully get the plant. Knowing that there's a player up top in Heaven, he's able to find the first, Sam the second, but Ethan's on the way in. Shakes misses the right click. Was able to create a bit of space. Still 2v2, very doable here. Ethan for one, not gonna get the snap on the EU. Now down to Hiko, no chance there. And NRG, to be fair, have been trying to keep the 100 Thieves defense honest by throwing the same utility over to C, but this time they'll commit through it. Android curveball coming out, not gonna get the timing. Peek over towards the 100T defensive spawn. Watch the long play from Asuda as well. He's going to be making his way around the back. EU would be the first point of contact for him. There's also a trap wire to keep things safe as NRG will put themselves in a position to set up their post plant safely through C long. Asuda is going to recognize that there are way too many contestants and he will come over. Sam's going to commit to from the shadows into B. 100T has still not made their way onto site. Here comes the utility. That will be the play forward, but you've got Sam lurking behind it, not going to be able to confirm a kill. Maybe a missed opportunity. House enough for one, steal another. And how about the third for 100 Thieves? They make their way on brilliantly. Nitro to play a little bit of cannon fodder up front. They cleanly retake. Are you oh my goodness.
Time.
Is it going to get there? Sure will. Last second retake.
Play. 100 Thieves this time will get a little bit more aggressive over towards C long. Asuna will be checking over towards A long as well. Ethan has cleared C. That's going to allow Steel now to rotate off, and I think 100 Thieves know it's definitely A.
Yeah, there's a lot of information here, but caught with a flashpoint out is Nitro. Asuna's good for one, but the trade is immediately there. Hunter's Fury also trying to get into play, and it will find a bit of damage, but no elimination. So after everything's all said and done, it's a 4v3 in favor of NRG. They get the spike planted. Do have the ability for 100 Thieves to continue to try to play a retake from the flank. Run it back will also be spent. That's instantly denied by Hiko. And Ethan will reconsider his flank play as he rotates right back through middle to join 100 Thieves on this retake attempt from the front. Steel already in. And the shock dart from Hiko finds the kill. Recon Bolt finds absolutely nothing. Through the dark covers we go. Android good for one, but it's another 2v2. Hunter's Fury going to come out, trying to deny the spike defusal, and it finds elimination. Halfway done. Ethan trying to stick, does not fully hold it. And Shakes will find the kill. NRG will exit the half 8-4. We've got a lot to talk about, but we'll have to wait to do it until after this halftime break. We'll come back with the second half of Haven right after this. Can they find that same success though offensively is the real question. They're going to be taking a surround hit over towards A, in which Daps has been allowed to exist up top in Heaven. The spy cam will tag one. Long range shots though will force him away, and now you turn your attention over to NRG's flank attempt. Steal here in combination with Hiko.
Nice.
Beautiful first shot from Hiko. And I think he realizes that no way is this the only player that's in the mix. Wide peek, we'll get information that Android's here. He will find a counter trade, but NRG's defense on the retake from the front, much more successful, and it comes just down to Steal for a 1v4.
Yep, and now Steal just looking for one kill here, misses all the shots, and E will pick that one up for, I believe, his second so far this round. It feels like a totally different team because with Dicey, you had that jet pressure. Without Dicey and no jet, you just don't have that available for your team currently. So it plays like a very different team, which is why 100 Thieves right now, super slowly. We're on to site, but there's like about 20 seconds left.
Oh, lots of information off the recon bolt, but Daps is not in a position to take advantage of it. So NRG will have to forfeit and then play the retake. Keep in mind, you've got Ethan on a long flank, but will he actually be here in time? Because Shinx is already on the way in. I think he got body blocked by a Steal and recognized his movement was not as smooth as he would normally anticipate. Good trades, though, for 100 Thieves, and as EU tries to make a play, he gets shut down even before Ethan's full flank is there, so... Well, could be a point of contact here for Steal, and, well, the point of contact would very much so favor NRG with at least the numbers. One on either corner. Daps playing a little bit deeper just in case. Is a shoulder scene? Yes, it is. Steal hoping to get something connect with his Bucky. Bird ball, oh boy, he's still alive. Nearly gets a second. If he does, I lose my lid, but the trade will be there, and we'll go 4v4 with 60 seconds to go.
Yeah, lid stays on, and so does the defensive A site so far, plus a Bucky upgrade. Not the best upgrade, but you'll take anything right now. Give that one for a teammate, maybe. The Sheriff is still pretty strong for our Phoenix player of Android here, as 100 Thieves get C for free. They have ultimates available as well. So second time in a row here for Nitro, where he gets a very fast Rolling Thunder. That's massive by Nitro in terms of timing for ultimates, to do that twice in a row in 2 different halves. Probably won't have to use it here. He would only use it if they really start losing control site. Ideally, he'd like to save the Rolling Thunder for the next round, and trying to just hold on to this garage control as well. Ethan will be first contact, sees a leg, probably gets a kill. They have revealed each other's positioning, and Nitro swings.
Oh, but Nitro, can he hold on to this Vandal? He gets the Aftershock out. Will not be a challenge initially for NRG, and now Nitro turns his attention back towards grass. And NRG, of course, giving up on the play for the defuse, just trying to play for maybe an exit kill or two. Just comes down to the timing of it. And
it's not even exits, though.
Yeah, this is
like
very passive.
They don't have guns. There's nothing to save here, so unless they're trying to save their upgraded weapons.
Whoa!
Oh my god! Okay, hang on a second.
Still, we're not able to full afford. I mean, this has just been manipulation of pennies at this point, as Shanks is able to afford the first operator of the map. He makes use of it very early on for a first blood. Bucky's going to find a bit of damage onto Asuna as well, and 100 Thieves are caught in a 4v5 situation where largely, yeah, you've got to play maybe to get onto C, and they're actually going to commit the Rolling Thunder to get there, but the spike is not a part of this hit, so it's going to have to still be a little while before 100 Thieves will feel decent about a post plan.
And this is where things are going to get tricky as well. 100 Thieves need to be very considerate of where the rest of NRG are. They've taken so long to plant here, Shift, to the point where they're still stuck on site. Like, this is not a good post plant. Ethan at least gets the initial kill into Android. They're fully stacked on site. Maybe they're just going to stick to this now. Maybe they're just going to stay. Might have to play through the smoke over towards Link and Spawn as well. Paranoia, I believe, catches 2. So let's see if NRG can make it time.
Oh, Daps able to find 2 eliminations, but now it's just down to Sam. 1v1, Ethan! So as the spike gets picked up, it's going to have to be just a gut check execution call to see, in which, again, you have to remember they need to re-clear Garage thanks to that early pressure from Android after everything was all said and done. Aftershock is also spent. That's a lot of post-plant tools that are now off the table for 100 Thieves. They will successfully get the plant, or will they? Hunter's Fury tags the first, stalls things out. The second attempt for the plant now coming through. Shanks is on the way. He misses the right click, and Nitro and Hiko are able to gain enough space to get the spike planted. Oh, NRG were just trying to play the clock, but it turns against them, and now they're in a 2v5.
That right-click miss can have serious implications here. It has some very dire consequences because NRG are probably not going to win this round. Android will try his best, run it back, instantly gets punished. Daps can't get anything done towards window either, and here it is. Just checking there's no aggression coming through on C. They'll be leaning back over towards A, and NRG, again, just don't have info to play with. They're going to dart over towards B grass. Sees nothing. That doesn't really tell NRG much. They see a couple more members coming through from C, and that probably baits NRG to maybe stick around, see if they fall for it, which they don't look like they are. They're gonna go.
Oh, but Asuna, he gets the diving through the B-Link. Lines up a double headshot. Nitro with the spike plant. 2v5 situation. Little good luck, have fun here for NRG. as they need to make a decision as far as how they want to try to get some exit kills here or just eliminations in general, because like you mentioned, 100 Thieves, if they can walk away with this flawlessly, they would be in a really good spot economically, and with the hero rifle still in play for EU, looks like that will be enough for him to likely back out and just save at this point. Just down to Sam to make something interesting happen. Not going to happen. EU is caught, like you mentioned. The flash play, EU for the first, needs to find more than that and just simply runs out of ammunition. But at the same point, is that opening commitment for NRG going to maybe possibly lead to a demise here? Because simply put, 100 Thieves are in a great position to still put a lot of pressure down. Hot Hands is here, also considering how he wants to use these paint shells, and you're going to get a really nice flash into the mix as well. Good shock dart placement from EU. Ethan will see that there is information down low, caught the curveball out of his hand, great, but he stays alive. Ethan's able to find the first kill. EU desperately trying to hold on, but it's also not able to find 2 kills. And with that, NRG have been bounced out of the A site, allowing Nitro plant.
And they got to save. NRG shouldn't go for this. It's 2v4. There's a Rolling Thunder as well. I mean, if they go for this, they might be able to force out the Rolling Thunder. They kill Nitro, which is actually even better, but the tag onto Sam via the cam is definitely annoying. With this kind of 2v3 and low HP on Asuna, I think they've actually got a reasonable position now, but know that if they lose, their economy's really screwed.
2v2 all of a sudden, and Daps is making a play forward. They know exactly where Steel is playing. Daps good for the first, 30 HP. Shock dart, ooh, just barely dashed away from. Spy cam will come out. Gets the tag, tries to make the play, but Hiko denies.
I mean, they know it's not C, so at this point, I'm not too sure why NRG is still stacking so hard where they are. They don't have any information anywhere else. It can't be a C split because nothing's in garage. Just walking through B now, they know it's definitely not there. 100 Thieves are respecting NRG enough to even throw in the Hunters, well, not the Hunters, really, the Rolling Thunder, and this should result in a plant. EU needs to land a lot of damage on shocks.
Oh, he does find a lot off the first, but it's still Ethan that gets first blood and then puts himself right back on for the plant. The judge play will be good, and the spike planter does get killed. It does not fully get planted. So now it's a 3v2, and Daps at long range finds the kill into Hiko. Just down to Steel, and he's behind this entire play. He's going to have to go and go quickly, or NRG will tie this up off of a Thrifty. No more time to plant. Has to play for the kills and won't even be able to do that. EU shuts it up.
And now this is NRG with the ability to make a living themselves first and foremost before 100 Thieves can get there. There's still money on both sides, still an operator for Shanks as well.
Quick hit for 100 Thieves through C, and just as the dark cover was falling, a beautiful flashpoint comes in to allow Asuna to find the first blood on the take of the C site. You have Steel lurking through grass, does not see his counterpart in Daps initially, but tries to turn his aim to him. Not going to be good for the kill. So 4v4 we go, but a post-plant setup in favor of 100 Thieves.
That's actually a huge read from Daps as well. I think a lot of teams have now wisened up to the fact that you do have a lurk coming through, but never mind that Android with a runner back will get 2. So far looking pretty good. Just enough time to spot the third. Can't quite get the kill to Nitro. Tagged by a drone as well. He's been revealed.
Good flash.
So far, no one's really coming in.
Flash will allow him to get Shanks, though. 3v2 situation. Android fighting his third elimination just down to Hiko. Still has an Aldrone to play with. Sees that nobody's on the spike for now. Needs to keep his life. Finds the first kill. Gets the second. This would be a 1v3 for Hiko, but Android finds the 4th kill. Time. A problem. Does he still have it? No, he does not. Hiko clutches things up. Shanks has made his way into the window. Android watching over towards the boxes. And you still have a player in Daps that's denying any push through a mid, and oh my goodness, 2 quick kills, and NRG say, job done. Let's just play the rest of this round out 5v3.
Asuna has to go big here. Showstopper at the ready. Doesn't know that EU's around the corner. Has to check it, and we'll lose the duel. That is going to be pretty awful for 100 Thieves. It will at least get traded by Steel, and here comes the Sewer play. Easy shot from Daps. Gets a free upgrade. Spike on the floor, and now Steel in a ton of trouble.
Has to commit to a 1v1, otherwise he'll be overwhelmed from behind. And take a look at this. 100 Thieves will be stacking over towards mid. NRG had an early clear, though, of A-long. 3 players stacked that direction. And with a little bit of aggression through C, they should know that this play is online. Showstopper denied. Sam finds a second. He stabs to a third. How about a 4th? No. Ethan able to keep this play alive for 100 Thieves, but at what cost? Daps now from behind. EU from the side. Easy shots there, and NRG cleanly get the retake. Asuna has been putting a lot of pressure through C Garage. This time it's not Android that's holding it. It's going to instead be EU. Sam, lots of pressure in his face, but Daps is a part of this play all of a sudden. stays alive through the curveballs and flashpoints that are coming into play. Now it's down to, can NRG actually hold this? Another flashpoint in the mix. The reveal comes out, but oh no, Daps is fully flashed up. Hiko getting the Hunter's Fury in for an elimination. It's a 4v3. Run it back in play for Android. Not going to find much, but does clear space for EU to make sure that the C site stays safe. And 100 Thieves had to reconsider with 50 seconds to play.
Yeah, and as the dust settles here as well, 100 Thieves will back on out, and the fallout of that play means that both teams are down to just 3. But it's low HP here for EU, and that could actually make the difference. You also have Shank still kind of holding over towards A. They're not too sure. The good thing for 100 Thieves here is they can play the timer here a little bit, allow NRG to rotate out, and that's exactly what's happening.
Left.
NRG have no information, and 100 Thieves, the Gambit, ends up being correct. The dart will reveal nothing. The plant will come on through, and it will have to come down to a retake.
The two duelists for NRG quickly making their way over. Nitro just has one fault line. Blades are out for Shanks. Can he make a play to try to save this and take a 13-11? Fault line stalls the hit. Recon Bolt, as you mentioned, came through. Nitro sees a bit of information, but wants to play off the intel onto this Sova player, but it shakes over the top for one. EU considers hitting for the defusal. Hiko, he finds one elimination. Steal the backside, lines up the following 2, and we've got overtime. They're running over, looks to be towards a C hit. This is a difficult gamble stack that you have to kind of get through. Nice paranoia that stalls things down. 15 seconds on the clock. The hit now underway. Ethan caught in a million different types of smoke fall. Down to 10 seconds to go. Steal for 2 has kept this site opened up, at least for now. Down to 5. Spike will plant, and Daps is lurking. If he overpeaks here, though, it could be problematic, and Nitro, he finds one elimination, the flashpoint out, but EU avoids it.
No, he would have to try and smoke and dash away, but I don't know the smoke is going to come out fast enough.
Yeah, he gets the operator.
Oh, that's true. That he's really screwed then.
Oh, now he's stuck in a corner. Oh my goodness, Shanks, how are you alive? I mean, lucky to be alive. Down to 25 HP was caught between a rock and another rock, it felt like, and now 100 Thieves know they've pushed the operator back, and they look like they want to go A.
He only survives because Steel activated the cage, so he uses the cage from Steel to get out. He's on 25 HP. Steel's kicking himself right now. He's like, dude, that would have been a free kill. Should have been a free kill. They really wanted. Now the operator being still in there. If he gets one kill in the op, it's massive.
Asuna will blast pack forward, takes out the position towards Hell. Spike will be planted. Up top, got EU trying to keep his life, but Hiko somehow, some way finds a headshot, giving numbers to 100 Thieves, trying to respond with an offense of their own. For NRG's retake, 3 members from the front, Daps a long play through A, in which there's a trap wire that'll stall his hit, so you have to really focus on what's coming from the front. Android, first one forward. Oh my goodness, the flash is brilliant. Finds 2 for free. Bomb now here to help, but it's Nitro and Steel locking things up. Shanks on the high ground, no chance with the operator.
Now it comes down to another, I was going to say another A hit, and I wouldn't be surprised if it would actually go A, but they're going to start C, just kind of bait 100 Thieves to commit onto C to start with, and then eventually hit over to A, but with EU down, the hit's going to be rough. You don't have any recon now.
That's the first time I think we've seen Ethan play on top of the C site like that, completely catching NRG unaware. Steel sees a couple weapons, just taking some spam shots. He's going to have some help. As Nitro, but this Android, he finds himself 2. Hiko on the way in, only good for 1. And NRG will rotate through B to a wide open A site in this 2v2.
Ethan's blown his flash as well. I just saw the paranoid fly into B. They have to know it's not a plant at this stage in the game. On the long flank coming is Asuna. Camera is been destroyed, I believe. I'm not too sure. The camera's gone for what it's worth. So I should have some information of flanks coming. I mean, yeah, look at this. Som definitely knows something. He's, by the way, still got a paranoia available. That could be the huge difference maker here. One good paranoia from Som could be a game winner. It's going to come down to, I think, the 1v1 between both sides. There's 2 back-to-back 1v1s here.
Well, you got to keep in mind that the plant will actually allow Daps to see this from up top in heaven in case Som does fall. Dark cover in the play. And Som is thinking that it's still coming through A. Now up top, there's that free angle that we were mentioning. Dark cover will keep them safe. Into the smoke. Som, he gets taken down. Daps, oh, he can't do anything from the post-plant setup in heaven.
100 Thieves clutch out massively in that 2v2. Now they've secured the match point. Android potentially in trouble. He's down.
What a read that is from 100 Thieves. The flashpoint as Android was trying to sneak his way into B mid. Results in a very early first blood. And NRG are just going to full commit. They're going all in on this play through mid. sitting there and thinking, no way 100 Thieves checks this twice, right? Well, we'll find out here shortly. Asuna is paying some very minded attention towards this B window, and a recon bolt will also be spent. Sam stays concealed from it, though. So still an opportunity for NRG maybe to find an advantage mid-map.
The problem is, I don't think 100 Thieves are going to play mid. I mean, maybe one player looks to check. Someone's actually got to go through window. He might see the spike as well. He might have a timing. Asuna's probably dead. Certainly is. Now he's got to get away. Close by is Hiko. Hiko could trade this one. Hiko's going to go for the drone. He's not going to swing. The tag is going to be good on the tracking down, but they can't confirm the kill. And off that, NRG pull back 1 kill. Less than 40 seconds now. 100 Thieves haven't made any moves towards either A or C. There was a window there for NRG, for other 100 Thieves to make something happen on A and C, because NRG was stacking hard B, and now that NRG are back into defaults, 100 Thieves are out of time. They gotta go.
Can they block off this angle from Shanks, though? The answer, no. Keeps it completely open, and Shanks is able to capitalize. EU, shock dart right in front of his face, and Steel will find the kill even though he's tagged down. Spike does get planted. Now it's down to the retake attempt. Sam is good for not just one, but two. And Daps cleans things up. We initially go offense for offense. How about a little bit of defense for defense? We're tied up again at 14.
And it's a very defensive hold. I mean, look at where the trap wires are for Steel. They're so far back, and he's even got one over towards Link. Again, it's, to me, at least slightly unusual. Steel probably knows what it's really there for, but I don't really expect NRG to maybe go that way. And now Steel's like, yep, they're all here. I'm just going to have to wait for this one. Oh my god, he read that. Shanks was going to go for that.
You want to talk about defensive trap wires? That's why it's there, apparently. Android is allowed still to get the spike planted, so NRG are setting up their post plant in this 4v5. 100 Thieves are going to be full hitting this from the front, and Steel's found a second elimination. Eco clearing space with the Owl drone. Sees a player down low. That's Sam. Absolutely stall things out the paranoia, but Steel finds his third elimination. Could he possibly just do it all himself? Might need to. EU and Sam find a couple of kills. Sam, are you good for more? Yes, he is, but would not been too much of a problem as 100 Thieves full execute, and they put themselves on 15 first.
They can keep membership over towards C for now. Because you have Shanks looking over towards A, they know it's definitely not going to be over towards A. They've seen, by the way, the cage come up, so they know that probably Steel's lurking towards mid as well. Camera versus camera, and this is what NRG wants. They're stacking heavily on towards C, and here comes 100 Thieves.
Have to find a way to cleanly break this if you're 100T. Boombot gets denied. EU holding onto Recon Bolt. Paranoia comes out, but the Recon Bolt will also be into play. Finding some information. Sam trying to spam through the C garage alley, but it's Ethan who finds first blood. EU with the shock dart, though. Android one more. Tilting in favor of the NRG defense, and Daps takes down the spike carrier. Not done yet. Hiko's still alive, will fall. All rests on the shoulders of Steel, where eventually that camera will scout him out, trying to play forward, nowhere to go. Quick hit. NRG on the way forward. 100 Thieves are going to give up a little bit of the site and then have to play for a bit of a retake. Keep in mind that you still have one player lurking through the middle of the map as Daps could potentially get behind this play. All 5 members survive for both sides. As the plant comes down, Hiko's going to see for early information. And even with it, though, there's not a lot of opportunity to capitalize on it. So now 100 Thieves will be tested truly on this retake. More great utility, though, still coming out. As Hiko's able to find some damage with a shock dart. And Daps is lurk through mid. You can see 100 Thieves are looking for him. They know that he's got to be playing on the backside. And meanwhile, Hiko gets a shock dart through. Daps, though, has stayed concealed. And he's on his way forward, but 100 Thieves is already on the site. Steel putting pressure through C long. Finds himself a kill. Knows there's another one around the corner. Taking some spam shots, but has to fall back for the reload. EU with the exchange, but no! And meanwhile, the spike gets defused.
Slows down the post from getting any damage, and into the next round now. Shanks is in trouble, might even go down as soon as gets killed.
Same setup, though, for NRG. They keep Android with him just to be sure he doesn't get pressured, and boy, does it pay off in a major way. NRG with an early first blood, and 100 Thieves, I think, recognize that, okay, operator. We also know that the Phoenix is over towards A, and I think they even read a little bit of information that the Sova's there as well. So they'll quickly rotate over towards a C hit, of which there are no defensive NRG players in the site, and Ethan will get a free plant. This is still a very doable 4v5 post-plant setup.
Super open, though. I don't know if C Long could necessarily see it. They're not going to play there. Steel's actually hidden behind the box into the back of sight. NRG have a player advantage. Can they use it effectively? Here comes Paranoia. It will be countered by the Aftershock of Nitro as well. But with Ethan down, it's now down to a 3v5.
Android's going to find the next kill. Flashpoint on the way through. Keeps Nitro alive. He finds 2, not a third, though. Hiko, can he potentially save the day? Sure, why not? And 100 Thieves clean up the NRG retake. It takes us 32 rounds, but 100 Thieves strike first.
Walk down coming through from NRG. Steel, was he ready?
Yep. Finds one. Not gonna be able to get a second, but help is here. Ethan, patient, not quite enough, but it doesn't make a difference because Steel has found 3, picks up a sheriff, but EU will punish. And so we'll stay with a small advantage for 100 Thieves in this offense in a 3v2.
Steel maybe getting a little bit greedy there. Sees a free gun into the ground, likes to lap that one up, and it's going to give NRG maybe some utility to win, especially with Daps. Long range headshot onto Nitro. No more healing. Plant's going to come in, but there's enough time for the rest of NRG to regroup. EU's on the way here. Half HP for Sooner as well, and he's making a long rotation back to short. There's a small timing window. Maybe an isolation kill. I don't think NRG realize it. Now 100 Thieves are back together.
Yeah, I don't think they fully expected Asuna to give up the showers play to come back towards middle, but as soon as he throws out these paint shells, that will be information gained. Owl drone out. Tag will be there, but EU able to find the kill. Just down to Hiko. He's been so good with these shotguns. Can he be so once more? Tries to take the long peek, but he gets tagged up heavily. Doesn't even matter. Hiko, 1v1. Bang! Bang! Hiko for 2! Big advantage now for 100 Thieves, saving the pistol. NRG stacked onto A with 4 defensive members, and they want to try to push through this dark cover. It's going to be Ethan who's nearby, but he does not have a weapon out, caught with the dark cover. Sam able to find first blood. Trapwire also dealt with, and they're going to get information that, hey, the spike's actually down here as well.
100T have a gun advantage, though. They have dropped one weapon, courtesy of Ethan. There's a smoke there that they can play with as well. This is going to come down to 100 Thieves having to clear very close. Boombots available. That's actually massive for the super boombot. Yeah, they can use that to now their way into market. Free spike. He just yoinks it. He's like, that's for free. I'm just going to walk away with it. NRG cannot respond. Still a 5v4, though. Steel with the potential timing. Gets a bit of a headshot. Can't complete the kill. And has to now just try not to die.
Here.
Oh. Dicey engagement so far. Time becoming an issue. 30 seconds to play. Everything will have to go through Shanks, who's down to 22 HP. He does hear the footsteps. Can he go 1 kill here? Yeah, sure, why not? That's also the spike down. Wait, the barrier orb is also in play. If he can hold his life a little bit longer, maybe there's an opportunity to kill the clock off. Sam is also essentially in this play, if not just barely. Tries to spam to the dark cover. Gets a bit of damage, but the spike does get planted. Unbelievable 3v4 situation. Still not done yet. Shrouded step for Sam as he gets on top of the play, and now it's just down to Nitro to try to hold on to this. Knows that he's got some wall to work with. Timing of the peak not favorable, and now it's up to Steel. 1 HP. They're looking. They're trying to find him. Steel finds 1 kill. Tries to spam. The defuse is in play. Gonna stay alive. Shrugs them off, but Sam finds the kill. 100 Thieves now trying to make an execute, potentially come early through both hookah and B long. The defense for NRG is solely playing inside elbow, but quick on the rotation will be Shanks. Just comes down to will he be here in time to maybe even contest the initial plant is the question. Well, 100 Thieves have not committed to this play yet, even though they've thrown out a lot of utility that would make you think otherwise. And, well, seems like otherwise is also being thought by NRG as Shanks is potentially considering, do I need to rotate back over to A?
No, they're committing to this one for sure. They see the paranoia as well. That's usually a bit of a telltale sign. Hunter's Fury available, 100 Thieves sooner down. Here comes Hunter's Fury trying to clear out the angles, and they will get Android down. 4 versus 4 now. Plants coming in. Ethan should be able to get this one pretty safely. Nitro coming through from the side as well, having control. A little bit of control over towards elbow. Finds a gun into the ground. 100 Thieves now feeling much better about their opportunity.
NRG are going to have to retake this by moving through elbow. 3 players currently there. Daps waiting for an opportunity to peek from the main defensive door. And here comes his move. Paranoia comes out. Will there be any kills for it? No. 100 Thieves are going to find one, but Shanks finds his way on for 2. If even exchange, pinstripe kill feed 2v2 situation. Paint shells going to deal some damage to Hiko, but he still finds the kill. Has he killed off enough time? They know where Steel is. Deals with a recon bolt. Tries to spam. Wait a second. EU finds the kill. Does he have time to secure the back end of the plan? Of course he does. Every round feels like that last round of overtime. I'm not even going to lie to you here after all.
We haven't. We're just continuing the overtime from the last time, really.
Feels like it, doesn't it? Initial engagement for Shower, technically won by NRG. Not just because of the positioning, but they've also tagged Asuna down to about half health.
Not expecting a lot from 100 Thieves with this particular round. Should be 3-1. Outside of any particular massive plays 100 Thieves could do. They would have to find some timings here. NRG would have to make some big mistakes. 100 Thieves, I mean, if they can sort of have a situation where, you know, they sort of bait NRG to heavily stack over towards A, which they are now, then slowly rotate to B, find EU by himself, and potentially get that kill plus a gun, that would be a way for 100 Thieves to win. But otherwise, if they just run into NRG like this, NRG should be able to clean up.
Lots of information off the spy cam. Shank's good for 2. Android, more beyond that. Paint shells, even going to push Nitro back a touch. Easy eliminations, flawless round for NRG.
Yeah, it's just about the momentum here. I think 100 Thieves need to build up a bit of a bank. They're obviously on a full loss bonus here, so I mean, losing would at least mean they get the extra 2,900. Here comes a Sooner, though. Right up in showers, gets the first kill, connects onto the second as well, and that's going to open up 100 Thieves to collect this round, potentially 3 versus 5. Now, Ultimate's available for NRG, but they would have to start thinking about using these. Android's down, so you can count out that runner back now. This round is going 100 Thieves 100%.
Unbelievable. I mean, initially for NRG, the delayed peek through shower, I think maybe raises a couple of question marks, but then beyond that, just the beautiful read, pushing Android back off the paint shells, couple of trailing tap shots through the cyber cage, good for the kill. And like you mentioned, this would be a very difficult round. I think you would feel that NRG could even potentially even get a retake on the cards, and EU will sneak in towards Lamps, at least initially, but he decides to fade back, and like you just mentioned, keep the weapons. No need to risk it. Well, it's framed up for us. Early bit of information here. And Asuna has to go to a panic showstopper, and Sam makes good on the play. What a freeing moment that is. Daps able to find the information. Sam gets enabled to be the catalyst, and that's a brilliant first blood, plus the showstopper also taken off the table.
And they don't have to use anything just yet, so they can hold these ultimates now for a potential retake, and that's if they allow 100 Thieves to get on site. They still have decent amount of members here. I think Shank's in a great position, actually. He's got full shells control. No one's challenged him just yet. He can use that as a retake. Currently, 100 Thieves can only play through A shot, which is not great for them. Also, a trap wire, I believe that's from Steel. Here comes the teleport from Ethan as well. Does he commit? Not quite, but he checks no one's there.
Shanks' position has been revealed. Defensive Hunter's Fury out for EU. The spike still planted behind the barrier orb. Damage coming through from a multitude of different angles. 100 Thieves down to his 3 players. Android clears Lamps with the run it back, and it's just down to Hiko. Would be probably the most incredible 1v5 we've ever seen, but not going to happen here. So Spike will still be left over towards mid-market, so this will be 100 Thieves just searching for information, and boy, are they about to get it. 3 members across from B. Long, EU with 2 kills, and NRG's defense in a very comfortable position early.
They have to play for the res here 100%, so 100 Thieves will now be rotating off of A. They have to clear a bunch of angles. The fear for 100 Thieves here is that somebody from NRG has lurked further down, so Ethan has to clear all these angles slowly, have to make sure that they can get a safe plant. They might even have to burn a smoke over towards B long as well. They have about 50-ish, slightly under in a minute. And the drone as well should be able to spot somebody. It barely sees a shoulder out from Nitro, but I think it's very obvious. I think NRG should know that the res should be burned here.
Kill my allies.
Hiko brought back to battle. 36 seconds to play in a 4v5 for 100 Thieves offense. Will commit, at least for now, towards B. Opportunity for maybe a teleporter play if they get cold feet. But the time would be a bit of an issue. Asuna will stall just a little while longer while he grabs himself an ultimate orb. Curveball, paint shells as well coming through, making life extra difficult for 100 Thieves. Android down low. He's good for 1. Shakes responds to Asuna, who was blast packing into his face. And now it's up to Equal again. 1v4, now made a bit easier, but the spike is not in hand. There will not likely be enough time for him to confirm all of these kills, and NRG will be up 5-2 here early on Bind. A lot of utility being exchanged, but Hiko's going to use his to go to Hunter's Fury. Can he confirm? Sure, why not? How about a second? Hiko for 2 off the Hunter's Fury. Daps trying to hold on, throws out the Neural Theft. This is 100 Thieves in a very disadvantageous position off the weapons alone, but they've made things interesting. Still onto the site is Asuna. He'll fall, but Hiko turns to more traditional weaponry. Finds a headshot. We've got a 3v2 in favor of 100T, who have gotten onto the site for a plant, but Nitro reads the teleporter, and Daps will shrug him off, but immediately wrapping back to what will be a wide open A site for 100 Thieves.
Oh, Daps has a 1v1 now. Hiko's here. They got a battle. Hiko wins it for 4 kills and a headshot with the Sheriff as well. This is a Hiko round for sure. EU might die here as well. Ethan will take it down, and a stunning round win for 100 Thieves in a moment where they really needed otherwise to be very far behind.
Boobot clearing space. Asuna just spamming through the cyber cage. Finds first blood onto Sam. I mean, 100 Thieves just... You feel like you're in a position where if you're a neutral fan, you're probably sitting there saying, oh, there's no way. And then moments like that happen. Nitro feeling a lot of pressure. Actually uses a barrier orb to keep him safe, and boy, did it. There was a Paint Shells and a Hot Hands that was denied by the barrier orb, and he gets out with full HP. That's hashtag worth it.
Well, good news for NRG is now 100 Thieves can't use the barrier orb to actually get a free plant in. Dap should get a 1-for-1 kill. He'll probably die afterwards, but the first kill's for free. The second one's going to cost extra, and he's not going to get it. Nitro gets the cleanup here. Showstopper coming on through from the side of Asuna. Is it going to hit? Might not matter. Android's getting more than a bit of value off this runner back, but he'll go down. And EU, no HP, no chance.
Well, Asuna's going to make a bunch of noise, but there is no full commitment to using this hookah position, at least not as of yet. The spike is still lingering just outside A mid, and well, the Shanks rotation pays off. Finds a first blood. NRG will actually confirm a headshot onto Steel as well. So now if you're 100 Thieves, you're just looking at this play through A main as far as being your only barrier of success. Daps will read it with the spy cam, but also gets pushed back. Saab makes use of a trap wire for an elimination, and NRG's defense in a very solid spot. Nitro's going to try to stick for a plant, but as soon as the cyber cage fails, Daps able to find the kill, and it comes down to a 2v4.
Okay, is this still doable, Mike TP? Yes, he will TP, but... Yeah, Steel came back, though. Steel's going to have to really try and lurk here. That's one really decent kill. He needs to try and get the TP, gets a third onto Android, and now Neural Theft into the teleporter. Pretty decent, trying to bait someone to follow him. Neural Theft is going to allow Hiko to find locations, get the free plant. TP over means they should have hookah control plus LOM. NRG doubled entry through from CT. 2 versus 2. Low HP on Steel. Remember, 30 HP. He's one shot away. Steel needs to play this one very carefully.
Reveals his position. Player nearby gets caught. Just down to Hiko, but said that a couple of times before. There's the first. Knows the second contestant's nearby. Throws a shoulder. Tries to take the fight. Gets him caught mid-reload. And Hiko does it again. I mean, at a certain point, I think we needed to ask production just to put in a how many solo rounds has Hiko won for 100 Thieves? Because out of the 5 successful rounds, it feels like at least 3 of them have been. But NRG, not phased, find the opening 3 eliminations, keeping B-Long safe, and that's the spike carrier taken down.
And more importantly, Hiko does die, but Steel is in play still. Steel will have to go pretty large here. Not a lot of HP. Suna's still there. Suna can definitely bait Steel in this next play. I mean, they have to recover Spike, though. They don't have the ultimates. They lost Hiko, which means no Hunter's Fury. And Hiko's been probably the biggest issue for NRG to deal with so far. Waiting for the smoke to fade. Trap comes down as well. I don't know if that's going to reveal too much. Camera doesn't see anything. Just checking no one's inside. Steel, again, Steel has to bait. This needs to be huge from Suna.
Curveball comes out. They try to make the play, but it's the shells that actually confirms the kill. So now you're down to a 2v2. How have they been allowed to do this? This is what, a 2v5 situation? And now 100 Thieves have the B site. Hunter's Fury coming out. That will take care of Steel. Paranoia was though also spent. Asuna trying to hold on, but EU from across the map. Final round of the half. First point of contact just through hookah. EU able to win it. Take it down to a single bullet worth of health, but still it's a 5v4. But Hiko, does he find information off this Aldrin? He has a Hunter's Fury to spend. Gets the tag, immediately hits the triggers. Can he lock down this player in the back, just over the top? And meanwhile, Sam has found 1 kill. Resurrection in play. Sam, do you have the spam? No, he does not. So the Resurrection comes through marginally successfully. A lot of AoE coming into play. Asuna fortunate to be alive, if not just barely. Sam also considering, can he check things out? He actually is going to go back to safety to make sure that NRG can sustain this 5v3 defensively.
Nitro, the heal as well, puts Asuna back onto full HP, so it's going to be a res into a heal. Barely healthy enough. It's going to come down to a Hiko clutch. This is the only way they win this. It's got to be Nitro and Asuna setting up Hiko for success here. Recon's going to come on through. Not a bait. This is going to be the real play, and with Hiko down, this might be it.
30 seconds left.
Spike will be planted behind the barrier orb. Neural Theft was spent. Also, the Paranoia just came out. So NRG have the numbers, but there's no one playing behind this. It just comes down to, can Asuna actually find a handful of kills here? Decent shots coming through, plus the shock dart, really nowhere for him to go. Nitro How good could you be? Not enough ammunition. There's just too many members running at him. So, my goodness. Well, that was both of our team's stronger sides in that first half. NRG for their defense, 100 Thieves for their offense, but again, the statistics might not matter too much. Troubling position there for Steel. Beautiful hot hands. Not able to use the cyber cage to get out, so a first blood for NRG here in the pistol, which will likely lead to an execute to B, and it does. But Nitro up top, deals with the spike carrier, stays alive, gets the reload off, but not going to find anything beyond it. Daps also tagged down low, but is able to survive for now. Ethan takes the position of his former squad mate. Right click's not going to be there, and now we've got a 4v2 post plan in favor of NRG.
Ethan would need to win that 1v1 to allow a 3v3 retake to happen. Because he doesn't win that, they don't have any control over into Hookah. No control into Hookah means for 100 Thieves, this will be a very difficult retake. Even with Hiko alive on full HP now, Suna has only 48 to play with, would have to win this 1v1. Does versus EU, can he clear the rest of Long? No, Sam will get it, and now Hiko by himself, 1 versus 3, not going to happen, and NRG with another pistol. I believe Daff should be going towards a rifle. They should have at least 2 rifles, assuming they don't lose too many players going through this particular round. But, you know, we've seen 100 Thieves win Thrifties before. Early damage on a Hiko, and he's down.
And Shanks will now be responsible for this teleporter play, which sees all of 100 Thieves here. Here comes the swing. Shanks good for 1. Lots of damage into his second paint shells just to keep him safe. Help has also arrived in the form of EU. And NRG have only dropped 1 in this exchange. Spike has been planted. Nitro by himself. Gonna get overwhelmed. NRG, as expected, put themselves up 9-5.
So Daps had 2k in the bank. He'll have about 5k-ish total now, plus any extras. I don't remember if he got a kill or not. Dropped the Frenzy, pretty inconsequential. 2 rifles there as expected. EU arriving on 1 from the previous round. Everyone else survived, so they don't need to rebuy here. 3 Spectres, 2 Phantoms. Pretty powerful 3rd round bonus coming through from NRG, and still with extra in the bank if they do lose this round to play further with. I wonder if they're going to speed up here. 100 Thieves have everything as you'd expect. No real timings on Ultimate. Android is actually 1 away, so I'd lie. If they can get Android and Orb and Showers, this could be huge.
You kind of see that 100 Thieves do not want to allow that to happen. They've got 3 defensive members that are playing here. Daps is still considering maybe the possibility of working his way in, but with all these taps back and forth, could be a very unfortunate game of tag. Steel, backed up by a blast pack. He'll be all right. He'll still hold the position if he so chooses. And again, we tilt our attention back over towards this A shower battle, which seems to be ongoing and everlasting.
Respect that 100 Thieves are going for this, by the way. They know that this orb is going to be contested by NRG. They don't actually have any info on short, so they're just hoping that nothing bad is happening short. Hiko's got rough eyes on it. He's just kind of there, isn't able to see too much. Walls down over towards Long as well. So for the 2 players, 100 Thieves over towards B, they just need to worry about Hookah for now. Paranoia comes on through, and oh my goodness. Ooh, the smoke is going to be a sooner. So that's going to be now. Run it back off the table.
A lot of commitment for NRG to try to make that play happen. Steel will be taking a pretty hefty amount of damage off of a very good opening paint shell. So Spike is a part of this play. Steel try to stay alive. Not able to use the cyber cage to take down Shanks. So we go 4v4. 28 seconds to play. Spike is on site. Sam is going to try to hold for this. Does catch a shock dart in the process, but will successfully get the plant off. So 4v4. We go! Spam shots from Hiko? What in the world?
That's ridiculous. I mean, that's good enough now that 100 Thieves should be able to cleanly retake this one. There's 3 over towards Long. A little bit more U-tool will lock them out. There's no wall. There's no smoke for another 10. Okay, Shanks are going to make it interesting. The recon could be pretty huge as well. They haven't quite deleted the recon yet. Time is going to maybe be an issue here.
EU's going to be good for 1 and a second, not a third. Ethan, 1v1 situation. Doesn't expect the last player is also over towards B. Long. Down to critical HP. Daps trying to deny the ultimate orb being captured, but cannot successfully break the barrier orb, so getting away will be Nitro. And now he's going to have to essentially wait for Ethan to make the rotation over to get him healed up, which he is on the way for. Android moving forward. Here comes the blast pack initiation from Shanks. On the way in. A lot of information on where exactly
Steel?
the Sage is playing, but Steel was never checked, so he finds 1. Is that going to be enough? Daps 1v1, able to take down Nitro. 4v3 we go. And the Spike has made its way, well, not yet. Should be able to make its way onto A, but they're not feeling confident about this yet. Our NRG, and they're actually going to rotate away from this play.
Now, there is a gun on the floor. If NRG rotate away from this one, the gun will be free to pick up. You do see a player still here. Som should have the off angle. Asuna doesn't check it. He's even caught swapping guns. Ethan long range is taken down by EU, and 100 Thieves now no longer have to rotate towards B. They can just keep playing here. They'll get the free plant. Daps will clean up the last kill on minimal HP. They'll collect the extra money from the plant itself. 4 players alive.
Still some work to do. We know that 100 Thieves have been, I won't say in worse positions, but similar ones, and they've been able to clutch things up. Daps will read information, and that will be enough for him to say, I'm not interested. He'll back away. Ethan able to find one and steal another as they just dart down the long, trying to cut off the rotation as Shanks, but only gets 1 of 2.
Okay, here we go. 100 Thieves. I mean, they even have an extra resurrection if they want to play into it, but I think the 4v2 advantage is enough. 100 Thieves still need to potentially be a bit greedy, hold on to extra util to make this comeback happen, and yeah, it's going to have to be another comeback now as the wall comes down. Well placed, stops anyone from TPing as well. Does get broken down in terms of one segment. Less than 1 minute to play through. Spike has been recovered. Where did NRG go? I don't know they want to necessarily spin this ultimate. They would get far more value out of it on a future round. I think they realize their hopes of winning this round are not that high. If you do spin this ultimate, their hope would have to be that they can bait out like a showstopper in response and go for a 1-for-1 trade in terms of ults. But they are going to go for this play. I think they got the money for it. They certainly have the rounds to burn, Alan. So here we go. NRG walking to B.
Defensively, Ethan playing through the elbow. Hiko over towards the defender spawn. Ethan will get first point of contact. Sees the information, just backs down. Wants to make sure that help can be there. Also still holding onto a paranoia. Will throw that out, but no one can really convert onto this. So the spike will be planted. That's a flash that's down. Teleporter play from Nitro as he makes his way around the back through Hookah. Showstopper does get baited out. That should be confirming for a kill, but Ethan finds that anyways, and Android still walks away with 2. So Shanks using a lot of utility trying to clear out Hookah. Also deletes the spy cam. Still contesting will be Steel. And as the cyber cage comes out, he will actually play through this and forward, trying to catch Shanks off guard, but that will not occur. And we've got a very early 5v4 in favor of NRG's attack.
Yeah, Steel was kind of making a bit of a gamble there, hoping that he was going to check right side and no one was going to be on the hard left, and he was going to maybe find a timing. They knew that there was going to be players long, so Steel's maybe looking for a timing down ramp to get a few kills on players that were backing out, but no res as well for 100 Thieves. Again, they used it the last round for tempo, and now they're going to have to really make use of that tempo as the runner back comes in.
Android not likely going to come in at any point of contact with this. Ethan will actually commit to the from the shadows from behind. 1v1 versus Daps. It would be a big one, but he gets worked around the barrier orb. The Hunter's Fury that comes through doesn't even stall the spike plant. NRG looking primed for 12 unless someone can absolutely pop off. Is it time for Asuna? Well, maybe. Finds himself 2. That will allow Hiko to get onto the site. Has to clear out showers. Does he get a timing here onto Android? Wants to try to push. Sees the weapon. Finds the kill. Asuna for 3. 2v2 situation. Now it falls on the shoulders of Asuna. Would have to be an ace. Gets information, finds the 4th, knows where the last player is. Paid Shell's trying to push him out, but can he actually find the kill in time? Blast back over. Asuna will use this to get at least to halfway in the defusal. Shanks on the opposite, picture in picture. Oh my God! EU with an early Hunter's Fury does get 1 tag, not gonna get the full elimination. Shanks trying to get away. Asuna, showstopper for damage, but no kills. So a lot of early engagement, but we stay 5v5.
Still plenty of time to work with here as well. 100 Thieves have had the wall broken, so 2 players currently looking over towards Hookah. It's going to be a recon tag as well. Shanks gets Asuna. Traded though, massive from Asuna. Asuna wasn't supposed to be able to get a trade there. That was meant to be a 1-for-0, but the 1-for-1 is so good for 100 Thieves as Ethan also TPs over. Might be an over TP. No, he is going to be here in time because NRG are committing to B.
Daps good for 1. Nitro trying to hold his ground will fall. Ethan is going to be the next one up. He's trying to get behind this play quickly, and he is already in here in Hookah, but he will reveal his position by trying to fire through the dark cover. Help is, though, on the way. It's Steel that will be here. 2v3 retake required. Bit of information off of the jump peak. Will there be any actual challenges to this play over by Hookah, though, is the real question. Steel just doing his work on the container. Has not found much, if any, damage whatsoever. Ethan now down and in. Not going to find the first kill into EU, and Sam picks up the rest.
NRG have now got a little bit of a window to play with to try and make something happen on A. They would have to push through soon. They got to get past all the steals, traps, and all of that. And they revealed that now, and this is where they go for the hit.
Blind showstopper connects onto Steel. It was just trying to be used to clear off the quad box, and Ethan in a cheeky corner could not find anything with it. NRG 5v2 now as EU finds the kill. They want to go to a set. 2 kills away from doing it. It all rests onto both Nitro and Hiko. And you've got a judge in the hands of Nitro. And what looked to be an AR or a Guardian. No, it's a Bucky. I'm just kidding. It's just a weird skin. Makes his way forward. Does he see one? A lot of damage. Finds the kill. That should be a weapon collected. Clears the tight corner. Nitro will be the one with the weapon in hand. Daps, though, finds the immediate kill. It would have to be a 1v4. No chance. We'll see you on a set. Well, it's one of those things that he'll be playing the operator is if, maybe more than when he's able to get it, because back to Haven, we kind of said the same thing, and there were only a couple of rounds that he was able to bring the operator to battle. Asuna will read a bit of information early. NRG not going to give up this, as they do have the spike committing to getting into A at the moment. Recon bolt will be sent out, so you have to imagine that NRG will likely be waiting for this take until they maybe get it charged again, unless this play for the tree is good. Eco, shock dart at his feet. A lot of damage, but no kills to speak of, and Nitro is currently stuck behind this barrier orb. He's going to see a bit of information, finds a kill, hello, and eventually falls. And so now as NRG have taken the site, it's once again up to 100 Thieves, seeing if they can find a way to retake.
I mean, that was pretty funny as well. You see Som and Eve do a double take. Like, I think I saw someone behind the wall. Was there someone there? Yep, there was a player. Nitro was there. I'll get the kill. Technically, I mean, it's a bit of a cheesy play. Nitro can only get 1 kill there, likely before he goes down. It's a 4v2 now. I'm not expecting too much from 100 Thieves, unless maybe Steel can really make some magic happen. It's down to Hiko, the clutch master, but 1 versus 4. It's too many members alive. They shoot his body again, and NRG pick up the pistol. I believe NRG have now won 5 pistols out of... No, they won 4 out of 5 pistols here, because 100 Thieves did pick up once. There's 1 more pistol in the second half of this still to play through. And a decent number of 100 Thieves members actually stacking over towards B. It's just Steel and the Bucky over towards A. He can definitely get a kill here. Will do so. Instantly falls off as well, so he can't be traded. Closes the door, and will play on the other side of the door, waiting for the rest of his team to potentially rotate over. NRG have not committed, though. And I don't know if that's a good enough gun for them to pick up. I mean, who do they lose? They lost Shanks. Shanks had a Spectre. Wasn't picked up anyway. There was already a Bucky on the other end. So, yeah, it's fine.
Well, NRG are going to be mostly stacked in the middle of the map here. Daps will be the only player lingering over towards B. Ethan is just throwing some casual shoulders. Spy cam will go down, so that should be able to confirm to Ethan that there is somebody nearby. But the problem is they don't really know how many members are here in the middle of the map. And Android... if he pushes through this gateway, does he read information? The Aldrone does not see Asuna, but it doesn't matter. Android still wins the battle. Now here comes the take from behind and the front simultaneously. Curveball in. Ethan will be flashed up and revealed, but Nitro for 1. Som trying to find a way to trade things around into favor of NRG, and boy, will he. 2 with the Spectre, the quick swap over to the Ghosts. All he would need is a Phantom here to make this quite a spooky spectacle.
OHP though, so 1 good right click from Steel could at least get that kill. The other 2 will be much more difficult. Steel has to go absolutely large, and even if he gets a kill, I mean, I just see Steel being traded here. 80 HP now, position revealed, has to push through smoke as well. There's limited time. I don't think Steel really wants to save a Bucky, so he's definitely going to go for it. What? EU kills Som? Okay, that's really not the play NRG we're looking for.
Can Steel find timing to pick up another kill here? No.
Runner back being confirmed over towards A, and that's off the back of an orb. So here we go. NRG double ulting on towards A.
They do stick to get Som on board. Ethan is the only defense member that was initially on the A site, but you also have to watch out for Steel as he continues to just lurk around corners. My goodness, how good is he at doing that? Boombot almost able to come into play, but nothing can make a difference. Asuno, another nice snap. 4v2 situation. Daps desperately trying to hold on. Patient shots from EU, but cannot find the kill into Nitro, leaving Daps at a 1v3. 16 health to play with. And, well, eventually all of the angles will be cleared. Although Daps has seen 1 and a second. If he gets this 3rd, but... Spike is with this play through mid for now. Alarmbot will keep the Cubby honest for Steel, who continues to just work this Bucky into play. Som setting up. Oh, but Steel still finds the first kill. Nanostorm will also come in. He even reads the dash into play, but Shanks, after taking the brute force of 1 Bucky shot, will still find the kill and will go 4v4.
I mean, he's got a couple of pixels to work through. Still manages to find the right click. Ethan gets the kill into Daps as well, so no plant for now. Going to delay things for NRG. Low HP for Shanks. It's not looking great for their chance of the post plant. They're going to have to find another kill pretty quickly. Shanks in position lineup. Asuna and Ethan get cleaned up. That's 3 now that Shanks has got on board. 3v2 as well. 100 Thieves, nobody to heal. Hiko plus Nitro on an off angle. They have at least got Tree. Hiko on the recon. Destroyed.
Does get the read that there is a player in hell, but does he read that there are two players down low is the real question. Nitro seems to think that, okay, maybe we can get a nice little pick here, but EU shuts it down before it can really occur. Hiko in the dark cover does feel blessed to find one, but Steel continues to make value out of the Bucky. This time playing aggressively into B main. NRG have taken the middle of the map, including the market. Steel wants to make a play. Paranoid's going to come through. He's not going to see anything. How far to push forward? The answer will be just to there. Ethan good for one, but the trades do favor NRG. That'll collect the spike, and it'll give him a 4v3 post-plant look here at B.
100 Thieves had no idea they lost mid-market there, so Android will get the flank kill. Now get the plant here as well. 100 Thieves still have 3 players alive, but they lose their lockdown. I think that was their biggest tool here. Yes, there was a Bucky on Steel. Yes, he was trying to get aggressive, but because he dies, that was the one big ultimate for the retake off the table now. And NRG even get the free heal onto Android. So the one member that was quite low that perhaps 100 Thieves could have killed is gone off the table. 100 Thieves now have entered B, but they have so much to clear.
2-2 post-plant setup. Nitro deals with one. They don't expect the second, but Daps is now revealed from the position with the Spectre. Blast Pack will push him around. Nitro for the kill. Retake looking pretty primed to go. 3v2 situation. Curveball for Android. Can't follow up on it. The recon Vulcan reveals the position. They're going to stick for a resurrection as well. Simultaneously, Nitro finds the third. Shanks tails on the Blightstorm. Finds one. Finds the second. Looking for the full ace. Seems to find the fifth. He's actually killed largely enough time off. Oh, what a commitment that is for Shanks. Unbelievable. Hell of a start for NRG overall. We'll see how things go in this next offense.
I mean, I think every single half so far on all 3 maps have been a hell of a start for NRG. That's the one thing they've been able to consistently do no matter what side they start on. Things have been a bit slowed. Steel's taking a bit of damage again. Still on the Bucky here. I mean, they don't have the best economy, I suppose, after losing that many rounds, so he's just trying to try and make the most out of it. The good news is, I was going to say he's alive, but because he dies, once again, no lockdown. No worries, it's NRG now, 3 versus 200 Thieves. Don't really have much more to work with there. I don't think Asuna's going to actually use the showstopper. Bucky, unlikely to find massive value on the long range. Time is definitely running out. A lot of potential exit kills, though, I think, for NRG. Heal coming through as well. That's free, doesn't cost them any money. This round is definitely going the way of NRG. The question will be, how many players can NRG walk out of the round with? 3 currently here. The TP coming in. Nitro, come on, gets the headshot. Get traded over. Sooner 1 HP now. Looking for a final shot. The right click isn't going to be good enough in Psalm.
We'll see if it does unfold. It's going to be the run it back first. NRG clearing out mid-market. The door is not shut on this play. Nitro denies the run it back from finding too much information. Now EU in the Hunter's Fury trying to clear off that back archway, but he's missed largely about everything. So NRG, as they move forward just with the weaponry, it's good for a couple. Hiko almost, but only with a find of one of what would have been lovely to get a second. Showstopper in the play quickly for Asuna. Finds one, actually able to use the blast back to stay alive, and Ethan has found a kill. What a retake that is from 100 Thieves. One more player to deal with is Android. Spike is though being held. Android good for one, but the hot hands does not connect, and the retake is good, even in the face of Android's 3 kills.
100 Thieves have had not great success in holding mid-market, which is why Steel's committed there now. And as you'd expect, again, with the Bucky, Ethan holding him towards Heaven, and NRG coming over towards A.
Here comes the hit. Cloudburst in play, but the flash is good. Asuna finding the kill also. That means the spike carrier's down, but Sam responds to both defensive players in the A site. Hunter's Fury coming out. Hiko able to find the first kill onto Sam. Would love to get more, but not able to do too much. No damage to speak of either, as Android will recover the spike. Immediately stick for a plant. And there'll be a 2v3 retake required. Daps is just on a sheriff, but we've seen him do incredible things with this pistol. One of which might be right around the corner. Him versus Nitro.
Oh my god!
You couldn't write a better script than that. And it's just up to Hiko for a 1v3, and I guess I'll pay him the same due diligence. We've seen him do incredible things in situations like this as well.
I think if Nitro gets that kill, this is a different round. It's 2 versus 2, possible retake. Hiko's just trying to take a bit of revenge for his teammate that will do so, but that might be all he gets.
Like, everything changes when you kind of mix up your roster. And I think, again, we've said it more times than enough here, but you mess up with the roles as well. And it forces you maybe into things you're not necessarily comfortable. Delayed peek from Daps is good. Sam, hello. Ethan just backs that thing up right into his face. Now it's a 5v3 situation, and 100 Thieves looking for something desperate to keep him in this round.
I mean, all 100 Thieves can really hope for is they're either going to wait for NRG to maybe walk into some crosshairs, hold close. I don't even need to say it anymore, but Steel has a Bucky. Really hoping someone can walk into Steel here, but at this point in time, NRG with one just under a minute can kind of go wherever they want. Spike is leaning over towards B. You already have Hiko shifting off, as is Nitro. They might want to consider stacking. I mean, the only real chance they have is to stack somewhere. If things go good, they can maybe go for a res, pick up some guns, and win that way, but it's not looking great. NRG should be looking at 7 here.
Can they make things interesting? Right click for Steel. Not going to get a chance to cock it back and find a second shot. Shanks right over the top of the boathouse. Not going to see anything inside this B site. And Sam will make sure that Hiko cannot rotate over safely. Just down to 1. It's Nitro, and it looks like EU has read this play. Nitro with the pistol keeps things interesting for a moment, but at this point, it's just down to, can he recover any weapons? Okay, hold on a second. Another 1v1 on the cards. It's him versus Android. Barrier Orb gets placed. Nitro's able to stay alive for a touch, but...
So far in the half for Nitro, I believe. Straight away, Paranoia's already been blown.
Shanks, goodness, nearly caught out. Does get away, stays alive, and that might be more than you would have normally expected. Sam gets
Spike
caught.
down.
That's the spike down. Steel just finding value round after round with this Bucky. Shanks trying to work through the middle of the map. This is a big 1v1, and he actually catches Nitro finessing for a barrier orb. Run it back, coming out. Curveball denied. Steel able to help take care of the first illusion of the Phoenix. Has to back down as the Aldrone scouts him out, and NRG, they're trying to still force the round peg into a square hole here. And they'll eventually get on if they get the kill after Steel.
Now the 3v4 retake with a post-plant Hunter's Fury as well. Not in the best place, so I'd like to see EU maybe go towards where Shanks is, maybe swap positions. And at this point, though, 100 Thieves have to think about whether they want to go for the retake or not. There's not a lot of rounds left, though, so if they don't go for the retake, they sacrifice another one over to NRG, 8-2. Android kills Ethan, and now 2 alive. There's really just not going to be any time. And if EU is at least going to use an ultimate, Hiko makes it slightly more expensive. Hiko, or sooner rather, if he goes for this, likely is just going to die.
Well, he does find one pretty darn cleanly. Knows the second one's down low, but EU ready for the challenge, takes the win, and NRG. Well, especially for this round, they should be able to put themselves up onto 9. Opening shots really, really well placed as Ethan's able to connect but can't confirm the kill. So he will Shrouded Step teleport away. And with that, now 100 Thieves find themselves with a 4-man stack over towards B, and the only defender is actually playing close by Cubby. Bounce pass here for Asuna. Paint shells wonderfully placed, but still can't confirm a kill. A lot of damage, though. This makes things much more doable for 100 Thieves, especially when you've got a shotgun first steal. They find first blood.
I gotta be honest, he's getting a lot of value. As soon as he gets a kill now, it's off 5 versus 3, and this is suddenly doable. If they can get some guns, that would be massive for the side of 100 Thieves. Shanks goes down also, and another Bucky kill. 100 Thieves. We're about to win this thrifty off, what, 2 Buckies, a Frenzy Sheriff, and a Ghost. NRG losing this round. I mean, I just gassed them up by saying they had control over this map, and 100 Thieves are completely torn that apart. EU now is about to walk into a free kill from Nitro. There's no way. Nitro is just going to clean this one up.
There's the peak.
Definitely stacked for the last round. The other thing they don't have is going to be full armor on Steel, but, you know, as we confirmed there, finally, Steel is going to have the full rifle, and Nitro's got even one better that answers the question of who's going to op on this team, who's going to snipe on this team. It's going to be Nitro over in the mid, boosting up. The wall's been spent. And that's going to give them the 5v4 in a round where 100 Thieves are already looking pretty resourceful. Add 1 kill to the tally, why don't you? And Som can't make his way through mid, will get spotted by the drone.
Android is just going to push forward, though. The spike is not a part of this play, so Android's going to have to finesse for a while, and he gets caught with no ammunition. Sentry turret becomes more of a hassle than he would have normally anticipated. Door will go down, and he will try to break. Nitro will fall. Operator now off the table. 4v4. The spike has made its way on, and Daps will get the plant off successfully. Lockdown immediately going to come through as response for not just one team, but the recon bolt will be there to try to deny an immediate push through, and NRG will get away from this safely. Just comes down to how are they going to retake their own spike site. Showstopper now coming forward. Asuna trying to clear things out. Does find the kill on Android, but the trade is there for EU. Sam as well. Also finds not just one, but a second. Steel is sticking for a defuse, but is getting pushed off by the recon bolt.
This is the last pistol we're going to see in the series. Is it going to be 5 out of 6 for NRG, or maybe 2 and 4 at least in terms of how the pistols have gone?
100 Thieves posturing for a very early take of the A site. Barrier Orb goes down, but Sam in the top corner finds a kill and tries to teleport away. Asuna will find the immediate response. Hiko, can he maybe find some timing here as Shanks is close by to this Barrier Orb, but is not taking any shots. Steel is making sure the back stays safe by watching through mid-map. And if he finds timing, maybe there's an opportunity for another free kill. At least a little bit of damage will be confirmed, and the NRG retake will be stalled pretty convincingly. But now that the orbs have fallen away, Steel, mid, able to find another kill. Hiko, recon bolt in hand, away from Cloudburst to fade away. It's on to Ethan, at least go 1 for 1, and he does. Shots from Hiko, another headshot comes into play. Shock darts being exchanged. He backs away from it, but the recon bolt finds nothing, and Steel falls. NRG, if they win this pistol, is it potentially game? Maybe not, because the Nanoswarm finds the first kill. Android finds elimination, but he will not get here in time, and 100 Thieves take a required pistol round. But instead, they're going to play mid-map.
Oh, Patience so far, it's a ton of damage, and thankfully it's Nitro who does have a heal. Actually, it would have been better on another play because they could have healed them back to full HP. Nitro will go up to, like, just barely above half. But they were just waiting to see if NRG were going to make any pushes. Just the one nice tap coming through from Android down from short. Now making their way up to the mid-market, potentially looking for a play, and it's going to clean out Shanks, the boom boss. So well played by Suna.
But again, this is 100 Thieves running into where NRG are defensively stacked up. They do find first blood onto Sam. Daps trying to back into the site. Desperate times, calling for desperate measures here. Ethan, first one forward, but no, it's the Sheriffs, and all the shorties also finding value. At the end, 100 Thieves will be able to win the site, but it comes at a cost, and now you're dealing with Android. Yeah, he's at low HP, but you feel like anything is possible with the Sheriff in his hands.
Nitro healed up back to full now, so enough time for Nitro to get 2 heals so far in this round. Obviously, the first one was available at the start of the round. 17 health here, no hot hands, no extra heals. Android would need 2 taps, and he would have to find them quickly as well. I suspect that 100 Thieves, even if Android gets a kill, they'll just trade him. His position's been revealed now.
If he hits that shot, though, the play would be very much so alive. Weapons down low. Android looks like he's just going to give up the play for the defuse and see if he can maybe catch one more kill, earning him closer and closer to that run it back. Comes down to the timing here. Nitro, the one to come across, misses the first headshot. A lot of his shots on both sides, but Nitro eventually cleans it up.
If 100 Thieves can win this one, they are on board for making a clean comeback on Ascent. This is very similar to what I said on Haven as well. There was that one pivotal round where they forced, and winning that one is what got them through, and got what really started that journey into making that comeback possible, hitting into the OT. And I think this is that round again. And 100 Thieves, they have enough guns, they have enough rifles, they don't have full armor, they do have heals. They're not quite on for enough ultimate. Steel is 1 away from getting this lockdown. That could be absolutely massive. Daps open, and that's the first customer. That's what 100 Thieves need.
And Shanks gets caught out mid-map. Oh, Android flirts with disaster in middle, but is able to harness. So now it's on to EU. Oh, that's a big first elimination on this exchange. That's a spike carrier down for a small moment. Recon bolts will be exchanged. Ethan's still trying to work his way in, but Android is here to help defend against this, having second doubts as far as would this actually be a commitment to B. And they will send Sam to solo play to A. Run it back will be spent here for NRG. Curveball out. Oh my God. Headshots from Android. Asuna in the back though. Does find one and a second. Time becoming a problem. The 1v1. Asuna trying to work his way out of the site, but slipping away will be EU. It's a damaging opening shock dart. Aldrin will also scout this out. Boombot being spent. We'll read that there is another contestant inside. Showstopper immediately, but that just runs right through and finds the kill, leaving Asuna out to dry, in which EU finds the kill. Also, the flank potentially going to be a consideration as Shanks has worked his way around this play, and 100 Thieves are now bottled and trapped right around B main. They're trying to exit backwards.
Shanks.
He's got to play time. He's going to hear all of these footsteps. And now the timing of the call finds a lot of damage. able to find one with help of Android for another, just down to Nitro. Healing Word will get him back to respectable health, but Spectre at long range versus the Vandal of Android, you don't feel good about it. It's going to take some massive efforts here. Android first one up, tagged. Gonna get up the angle. Shanks is here for help in case it's required, which it very well may be. Slow Orb comes down. Ethan's gonna find one kill with the hot hands able to respond. The boom bot a lot of value. Hunter's Fury is also out here for Eco, and goodness, he may have just done more damage to his teammates than he did to his opponents for a moment there. Dap's still alive inside the tree. We'll find another elimination, and it comes down to Hiko. 100 HP and a Sheriff, and maybe the hopes and dreams of trying to extend this, but it's going to be now match point for NRG, 12-5 in map 3.
They've got one shot at making Masters. They're about to be sent into the loser's bracket here. I don't want to call it, but look at the scoreline. I mean, you got to explain to me how 100 Thieves are supposed to do this now if you don't want me to call it.
Oh, especially not just down one, but down a second with Shanks Operator on the table. Resurrection's available. It should be able to get the player over towards the back of Catwalk freely. But the rest of this round will be a 4v5. And are they actually... Okay, so they're considering trying to bring the Omen back just to see if they can get some use out of the from the shadows. But of course, the utility from Hiko, absolutely the right call.
So they've worked their way up into A main so far. I mean, NRG is just playing this one very slowly and safely as well. They've placed defaults 2 over to B, 1 in mid, 2 over towards A, ready for any rotations. You just have to not have NRG members die for no reason. They'll be fine. In fact, Shanks even might have time to get us operator to heaven. He does. Now Shanks getting up the kill. It's huge.
Barrier Orb gets placed as kind of a defensive screen on the way in, but it does not keep Nitro alive. Dap's up top, trying to assist just to make sure that Shanks is not fully challenged. Last hope for 100 Thieves. Rests on the shoulders of 3. NRG going to give away the plant. Shanks full utility and a blade storm. Sees the head, misses the first blade. Also tagged down quite low. And how about the paint shells? Pushing them back, getting a little bit of extra breathing room for 100 Thieves. But now here comes the hit. Over the top, Shanks for his 3rd elimination. Sam finds the 4th, just down to Hiko. Flash, oh, Android was trying to play for the BM knife. Not gonna make a difference. NRG, a welcoming party for Android. A little bit of humor and comedy for him as well. They take the 13-5 and send 100 T to the lower bracket, where they'll have to play up against T1.